G4p News, I'm Sophia Fowles. G4p TV has agreed to fully close the sock puppet situation, with the help of Blue Otoko Midori, also known as Pedro. You may remember that back in 2022, a certain YouTube troll, which we cannot mention, started bothering G4p TV and constantly used threatening comments, and was later banned. He has since returned with different accounts, thus triggering the start of the crisis. This did not have a major impact until a year later, with more and more sock puppets coming in. The reason for the full closure of the crisis, despite continuing protests from trolls, is that G4p TV disabled the mentions to prevent users, and some trolls from tagging him to make cruel comments. Norman claims that it was a bad idea to use trolls for his videos just to try to get them some attention, and it was suggested by his fellow colleague, Alex Chapman, to stop doing it, saying that the idea is, I quote, pointless. G4p TV is fully committed to reporting and blocking the trolls and sock puppeters who appear on social media networks like Fandom, Discord, and YouTube. Minecast is set to return with a new editorial team and will bring in some new and old segments that will take place in future episodes. The new chief editor, Charlotte Whitmore, spoke to G4p News, saying that the podcast should consider having a major revamp.
I can't wait for the podcast to come back, and I do think the fans are excited about it too. We rebuilt the studio after weeks of uncertainty, toughing up security, and so on. We are planning to introduce old and new segments on this podcast that would be featured in future episodes. However, I don't think that's enough. Minecast needs an improvement. A revamp. I want it to have a new studio, just to make it more expanded, more modern, and better than ever before. I don't care how much it will cost, I just want it to look perfect.
But exactly when the new studio will first appear, and when it will begin construction, she didn't mention it. G4p Studios and Galaxy Radio have not yet commented on it, but they only said that the topic is currently being discussed. Minecast is expected to return later this week on G4p TV Minecraft. The curriculum crew, represented by Evil Worley, Evil Rhonda, and Evil Michael Picker, is comatose once again. They were notorious for recently holding the Chuck cast staff hostage last Sunday, wounding Scissors, but were later shot by officers. Now, Evil Matt, the leader of the Evil Twin Alliance, zapped the trio under the orders of Prince Damien, which left them severely injured. They lost the ability to speak, they are paralyzed, and are most likely to remain in this state for a long time. For tomorrow's weather, we'll be expecting mostly sunny skies with clouds. A cold front is expected on Thursday with thunderstorms, and will continue on Friday as well. More news can be found on the G4p News website.